Right, tonight is going to be pizza night, and because that's quite easy, I think we should also look at some hollandaise sauce and maybe some other mayonnaise or something as well. And with the pizza, I'm going to first of all start off with the dough, and it's really simple. I'm not sure it's entirely authentic, but it tastes authentic. And it's 2 cups of self-raising flour and 1 cup of Greek yogurt. Mix it up, and then if you've got a mixer with a dough hook, then put it in that with a low speed for about 5 minutes to knead it. If you don't, then just mix it up into a ball with a spoon and then take it out and knead it by hand. I'll just show you a bit of what the kneading looks like. And then we have that here. I wonder if that can still be seen. Have that here. So with kneading, you just do it with the pad of your hand, and you go like this, and you just push it backwards and forwards, and you're stretching the gluten. Now that's the dough done. If you do that and then leave it for a couple of hours, and that'll get the self-raising flour to put a few bubbles in. I use that recipe actually for flatbreads, for Lebanese sarge, for all sorts of things where a flatbread is really versatile. It works for everything. If you're using it as a flatbread, then you take it in a couple of hours time, roll it really, really thinly, and then either, if you've got an Argo, you just put it on here to cook and flip it, or a griddle pan on a normal oven top. Anyway, that's it. Now, in the meantime, while that's sort of resting a bit, we will get on with the tomato base that you have for a pizza. And what I'm doing, I just use a nice passata and I make it a bit more tasty. So what we're going to do here is put some olive oil in, quite a lot, so it's quite nice and olive oily. Big splodge. And then put some garlic in. That'll do. And again, I put the garlic in twice, so I do 1 fried garlic, and thing seems to have turned itself off. 1 fried garlic, and then I also put it in to cook with the passata, so it has 2 different flavours. So there we are, that's nice, slightly browned, the garlic there. It just gives a different sort of nuttier flavour. And then if you put the passata in there, it's nice. Put the passata in like that, let that cook down for a little bit. Bit of salt, a lot of pepper, a bit more garlic. This time, just 2 more smallish cloves will do it. There we are, and then that can meld down, and put a little bit of basil in now, and then we'll put some more on top of the pizza later on. Basil has more flavour actually, fresh, uncooked. There, so I might as well put that into the Arga just to cook down a bit and concentrate the flavours. Rolling it out isn't actually that easy. To get it thin, you just have to keep persevering, because it's quite difficult to get it nice and thin, and it's certainly difficult to get it round. You'll see I haven't really managed the round bit, but I have managed the thin bit, which I think is good enough. So just keep turning it around, just keep persevering. I think slowly wins the game with this one. Don't rush it. It sort of springs back, which is what pastry or indeed dough does really. Yes, that's the gluten. So just keep going, and I won't make you watch all my laborious attempts at this. But look, this one's looking rather rounder and might be better actually than the first one. But there you are, you get the idea. Just keep going round and round. And then put it on. If you've got a pizza stone, they're good because they get hot. The stone gets hot and it cooks underneath. You don't get what Mary Berry refers to as a soggy bottom. So they're quite good. If you haven't, then a tray's okay. Just make sure the oven's nice and hot when it goes in. Right, we'll start off by putting the tomato base on. Spreading it around, not too thick because it will make it all, the pastry all soggy, and that's nice if it's lovely and crispy. There we go, maybe a tiny bit more. And take it to close to the edge. Just take it quite close to the edge. Actually, I've got an implement which is quite good for this. There, this sort of implement's quite good for this sort of thing. It gets it nicely evenly spread around the pizza base. There we are. Lovely. And then if you just tear up pieces of mozzarella, just have them nice and torn pieces, looks quite chefy. Again, not too much of that. And then nice bits of basil. Although, just put a bit on because that's also nice uncooked afterwards. There we go. Now, what else? I think that's all really, apart from my onion, that's probably about all I want. A bit of pepper and a bit of onion, which will sort of just slightly char in the oven. Well, at least that's the way I like it, just slightly charred. There we are, and that's all ready to go. I'll show you it when it comes out. There we are, 2 finished pizzas. So I found some prosciutto, which Hugo tells me is very delicious with mushrooms, so I've done that one for him. And then this one here, I put pancetta on, so that's like a margherita with pancetta. They're all very nicely finished off with rocket and parmesan, which I think is a great success. And then to serve, I've just done a little tomato, basil and mozzarella salad.